Is your sound okay?
Sound fine. Can we turn the lights down in the front?
Sure.
That ship has sailed.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. Hey. Again.
That was so not enthusiastic.
Hi.
Hi. I can be silly with the rest of them, don't worry about it. Hi everyone! If you were here last night, then you already know I am Marika, otherwise known as Lady Mari-chan. Thank you for coming back. If you were not here last night, welcome. You're in for a treat.
Yes,
if you were here last year and you came back, I feel sorry for you. Did I say that out loud? No. Alrighty, I don't know if you guys want to close the door back there, just because there might be some screaming, and it might not be going on very well out there.
There will be lots of screaming.
Now, unfortunately, my buddy who was here last night isn't here right now, so I don't know. He's probably working, so that's okay. That's okay. Thank you for closing the door. Okay, so good evening and welcome to That Ship Has Sailed.
Yep.
And it's basically looking to pairings and why we ship them and ship other things too and all that fun stuff. Or that's my OTP and no one has anyone better. Yeah, I made the mistake of saying something once to somebody and I got an earful. And I'm like, whoa, 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 chill, chill.
Calm down.
It's okay. So, what the heck am I thinking here? I'm going to be using the audience for participation tonight. So if you are in cosplay, you have a better chance of being called up here. Or right here, I should say. So, let us continue. And by the way, just to let you guys know, I've only ever done this panel in public one other time. So, this is a new panel, so you are my guinea pigs. If I screw it up, just go with the flow, okay? As they say in the theater arts world, if you screw up, keep going, because you're the only one that knows you screwed up. Anyway, shipping. You guys are way ahead of me. Now, if you look very carefully at the picture, basically what I did is I found a picture of a nice cruise ship from an anime. I think it's Prince of Tennis, but anyway. And I reversed it, which you can see. But if you look at where the pictures meet, it looks like a uterus. And I did not do that on purpose. I just lined them up and was like, whoa, that's just creepy. Anyway, let us continue. What is shipping? Shipping, of course, refers to relationships, friendships, and to worship. Ship, ship, ship. It's also the belief or the desire for two people, often fictional, but yes, it does happen in real life every now and then, to be in a romantic relationship. Isn't that sweet? It's also an internet-based term, very rarely used outside of fandom or outside of the internet. Like, you don't go up to your best friend in real life and go, yo, I shipped that TV show last night, man. Because it was totally awesome.
That's why it works though.
Of course, shipping can come out in many forms, including fan art, fan fiction, AMVs. I made an AMV before any of you guys were born. Most of you, anyway. I know who you are. I know where you live. Or at least what hotel you're in, anyway. Most of you are probably in the Embassy Suites. And if you're not, there's like tons of hotels around here. Okay. Now, the characters, of course, can be well-known and established. They can also be ambiguous, they can be undergoing development, they can be improbable, and they can be downright impossible. Now, if anyone was here last night, you know I work for a company called Hendane, and we sell doshinji, which are fan-drawn comic books, which deal with shipping.
Porn.
And a lot of other things. We have had some very interesting books in our collection to sell in the past. We currently have a Power Rangers book, several My Little Pony books. We have books about ships, actual ships who are cute little girls. You're filming me. Why are you filming me? No filming.
No filming?
I don't like to be filmed.
Okay.
Okay, take still shots. Hey! What? saw that. And of course, the infamous, as I talked about last night, airplane porn. Of course, all of you just had a really bad mental image of two jumbo jets climbing around on the chart. Yeah, think biplanes and propellers. Okay. So now, and of course, if more than one person ships it, then it is a rightful ship. Now, within shipping, there is many different sorts of ships, which we are going to look into. So anyway, in the beginning, shippers were simply called slash writers. Oh, I see somebody going over there with a little happy dance. I saw that, yes, I did. Now, the trend of shipping really began with the X-Files. X-File fans? Oh, I'm sad. I love that show. Of course, the way it ended sucked cheese, but anyway. Oh, it really did. If you watch the last episode, it's like, why did I just spend 9 years of my life watching this? Anyway, the term began with the X-Files fandom, of course, in the 1990s. Fans believed that Dana Scully and Fox Mulder, who named their kid Fox, I'm sorry, really, you know, should become romantically involved. I admit, I was one of them.
One of us.
I'm kind of glad they didn't until, like, the last season, because, you know, it was better that way, but, you know, whatever. Now, originally they were called relationshippers, but the term evolved into shippers and finally into ship, just because it was much easier to deal with. Now, some pairings are already canon, which means they exist in the storyline. And they might be, I see someone's holding a fan picture.
This is a Lacey and
Very nice. There's no dragons in it, you don't have it. So, yeah, some of them are already together at some point in the series. One of the most popular canon pairings right now, if you're an Attack on Titan fan, is, of course, Krista and Ymir. Alright, how many people are up to date on Attack on Titan manga? How many people have no clue what I'm talking about?
I know, but I hate it.
Okay, well then I will not do any spoilers. Oh, I could spoil so much, but I won't. I won't, don't worry, I respect the spoiler. Who's a Star Wars fan? Yeah. Who's seen all 6 movies? Yeah. Even though the first prequels don't really exist in our minds.
And we're in denial of the 7th.
Yes, total denial. I'm not jumping on that ship anytime soon. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to give you a spoiler. You ready? Jar Jar Binks sucks. Yes, I just joined a fandom. Anyway, others become fanon, meaning that the fans want them to become involved with each other. And you guys, as anime fans and being in this room, tell me that you probably have warped senses of imagination. But that's okay, because I do too. Types of ships. Now, friendshipping is, of course, a relationship where a person will ship 2 characters, but they do not want them to be romantically involved. They just want them to be best buds, hanging out, going to the mall, having some coffee, but not anything else. No romance whatsoever. Don't go there, don't want it, don't like it, you. Then you have bro TP, which is a combination of bromance and one true pairing. And it's another way for when you've got males who are friends with males. It can be a one true pairing that has romance, or it can be a one true pairing that doesn't have romance. What was that in the front row?
Nothing.
Speak up or forever hold your...
I was talking to her.
Now, of course, shipping, of course, can come in many genres. You've got heterosexual, which is normal stuff, as the only way to say in this room. You've got slash, which is your yaoi. You've got... You've got fem slash, which is your yuri. I don't know, the yuri runners kind of gave the yaoi runners a little bit of a fight there.
Kinda.
We might have to do something about that. And of course, smut, everyone's favorite 4-letter word, refers to sexual content. Now comes the fun part. These are some of the ships we're going to talk about. Okay, guys. I see a hand up in the backyard.
Is it possible to raise that up a little?
Good question. Well, actually, I like the links in the front row here. They are just computer savvy. Just be careful, please. It's not my property.
Just don't. No.
You are the bomb diggity. Take a bow.
No, we're stopping.
Thank you so much. Can everybody see?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. When I was actually doing the research for this panel, I knew of a few of them, but when I got the information I got, I was like, are you kidding me? This is going to take forever. But hey, there's nothing I like more than that challenge. So, these are the ones we're going to look at. There's ship, friendship, sail ship, crack ship, jump ship, sunken ship, ghost ship, wrecking ball, cannonball, thunder slash, OTP, TTP, bro TP, no TP, OT3. There's also shipboard sharks anchoring and EWE. Come on in, there's plenty of room. I don't die until the 5th slide. Oops, I'm on 6. Continuing, here we go. Okay, shipping. Of course, we all know the idea of an actual ship is a relationship between two or more characters or individuals. Someone's waving, hi back there. Come find your friend. Okay, friendship is the idea of a non-romantic or friendly relationship between characters. You guys are so quiet. Wow. All right, this is where I'm going to pull some of my cosplay lovelies up on the area here. All right.
Do it.
Let's have Green Link. Let's have Noise back there.
Ooh, where?
I think I got the name wrong. Blue hair,
Alba.
white jacket.
Alba.
I got the names wrong. I'm still getting into dramatical murder, don't mind me. Alba. My friend goes crazy over Noise, I don't know why. All right, they just stand here happily in line right now. Let's see, who else can we bother? That was a good jump right there. All right, let's see who else I can bother. I see 3 people in the back with their hands up, so you 3 come on up. Yep, you're one of the 3. Everyone can raise their hands. Just raise your hands if you're sure. All right, which link? You're bouncing up and down here, Link. Which one? Well, we can't have too many links. Oh, Alice, come on up, Alice. All right, let's see. The young lady waving back there with the Homestuck horns. Hey! Come on up. All right, so how many do I have up here?
2, 4, 6.
6, 7, 8, one more. You guys are in cosplay.
I technically am. I still have my hair up and my nose on.
All right, I see someone pointing to a Harley Quinn back there who just covered her face. You get. Okay, my lovelies. You didn't know when you came into this tonight that you were going to be made fun of. Okay, let's see if I can do this without my computer going popping. All right, so as we know, the ship is. Don't worry, nothing bad's going to happen. I promise. This is a 13 and over panel. I ain't doing any of that stuff tonight. That was last night. Okay, so let us have our Link and our Alice. Step forward, please. These 2 are a ship. Now, as a ship, they could be romantically involved. Or they can just be a friendship. Now, technically, they cannot be a sailed ship because they're not true in canon. It's okay. But they can be a fan ship, meaning that we want them to be together even though they're not. You 2 may stand over here. Thank you. Next. Let's see who we can use. Let's have Harley Quinn. And the gentleman from One Piece. Okay, that's why I was like, I think it's long, but anyway. Okay. Now, these two are definitely a cracked ship. Because any ship that is unlikely to become canon due to barriers is a definite. We're in different time zones, different lands, different worlds, different genres, different everything. And I don't think the Joker would be too happy. Now, if it's Mark Hamill's Joker, then I'll be drooling all over that. Oh, I just gave my age away. Holy crap. Okay. Now, a joke ship are things that are paired for fun. And the picture was drawn by one of my good friends. Her nickname is LT. And yes, that is Levi with Windex and a broom. So basically, that is a joke ship because you know it just will never happen. But you all know, we all think of that. I mean, I saw a story on fanfiction.com.net, whatever, and they wanted suggestions of what they could do for this next piece. So I sent in a suggestion that said, you can have them make fun of Levi when someone sends out invitations announcing his engagement to Windexia. Or is it Winnie Dexia? Get it? Windex? And yeah, so that was kind of funny. So, thank you. Make step over here. Next up, we have a ghost ship. Now, a ghost ship is a ship that was once supported or still is supported by a very small group of people. So, my Homestuck lady, come forward, please.
Which one?
You guys, oh, you're both Homestuck. Well, come forward, both of you. Now, I hate to say it for those of you that may not know or may know, someone is rumoring that Homestuck has come to an end.
It is.
Starting to, which is very sad because, you know, it had quite a good run, and I know a lot of people that were very much into it. So, unfortunately, you guys are going to become a ghost ship that is going to end up sinking like the Titanic. Unfortunately, when a ghost ship sinks, it drowns everyone on board. It's a hopeless situation. It's also known as a sunken ship once it hits the bottom. Thank you, my Homestuck people. Next, we have the Cannonball, or the Wrecking Ball, and no, not Miley Cyrus. Now, of course, has anyone seen the version of that with the Titan riding the Wrecking Ball? He only wanted to break your walls, okay? Okay, so step forward, you two. And you guys are going to be the shore. You're going to get happily to the shore and be a happy ending ship. Now, of course, technically the two series will never be in contact with other, but once again, who cares?
It's a card.
We're fans. We can do whatever the heck we want. Yeah! Thank you to all of you. Please be seated. Everyone give a round of applause to our great. All right, now we're going to continue on. And don't worry, there'll be other fun things to discuss. Okay, continuing. Thunder in fandom basically means something is about to go wrong. It's also known as a plot twist. You know, when you read a fan fiction where everything is wonderful, one of the characters says the wrong word in bed. Don't! Guess what? He's going to bed alone tomorrow night. Or she, because we have women doing it too. You ever notice that with some of these stories, it's like you should have ended 5 chapters ago? You know, if I'm a fanfic writer and I try not to prolong my stories when they're like that, because it's like, you know, how many times can, say, Aaron screw up a relationship with Levi?
Many times.
Too many times. Sometimes it's a little bit of too many times. It does happen. Hi, guys in the back. You can come sit down. We don't bite unless you want us to.
Yo-ho.
Oh my. So unfortunately, when thunder rolls around, oh, that was a bad pun. Sorry. It foreshadows a ship losing its momentum and unfortunately soon to become a ghost ship or sunken ship. Yes. Yes, hairball. Now, of course, Slash is, of course, homosexual ships. Yeah. Just make sure if you're a homosexual ship writer, loose protection is better. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, most people have researched, and not myself, but they do say, yes, you do need to stretch and use lube. That's all I'm saying, because this is not an 18 over panel, and we don't go there. So, hey, that was last night. If you missed it last night, I'm sorry. They'll have to come back next year.
Aww.
Okay, so OTP is, of course, short for one true pairing. And that's a person to use this, they're declaring their deep emotional investment in the pairing. They may believe that the characters are meant to be together no matter what. And I'm sure all of you have met that kind of fan, that it's, because I said so. How dare you say that we're supposed to be together? I'm going to go to your Facebook page and write all over it. So yeah, they basically believe that no matter what the hurdles are, through time-space continuum, anything, these two people must be together. I'm sorry? Anybody say something there? Bro-TP. And it's like an OTP, but it does mean when it's more of a friendly relationship between two men. Now, of course, we all know bromance is not the same as romance. Now, romance is like, dude, like these two back here, you know, their arm around each other. They're just so cute. I just want to do it. Okay, come on in, guys. There's still plenty of seats. We don't bite unless you want us to. Hey. Stop it over. Okay, now, no TP is when someone is completely against a pairing. Like, oh no, no way, no how. Thank you. And anything else. And believe it or not, there are people out there that if you say a certain pairing, they're going to go puke in a bag behind you. Because in their opinion, that is a big no-no. You know, now I am one of these people. I am totally old. Yes, exactly. Bad. Now, I am one of these people. I'm a lot older than a lot of you. We won't say how old, but yeah. And I was raised to be very open-minded. I have many friends who are of the gay variety, and some of them the most awesome people you will ever meet. And I have many friends who are of the straight variety, and some of them are pretty cool. That's right, they're fabulous. Now, my whole philosophy when it comes to any kind of pairing, love is love.
Get over it.
Get over it.
Baby, don't
Get over it, right? Doesn't matter if it's a guy and a girl, guy and a guy, girl and a girl. Just not with animals, because that's gross. Okay, it's also illegal, yes. You are correct. Say again?
Picnic tables.
I don't even want to know. It's bad.
Very informative.
It's bad enough that I have seen spoons doing it. Now, how? That puts new meaning to the word spooning, yes. Okay, so continuing, we have TTP, which is two true pairings. Has anyone just not been able to figure out which couple they like better? Congratulations, you are all members of the TTP club. Now, of course, when that happens, you just, you go crazy over all of them, and all of your computer files have pictures of all of them, and especially the bad ones that you put under homework. Because, and everyone that just laughed just knows exactly what I just meant. I know you people. It's like for us adults, we put it under taxes. No, miscellaneous people look at because they're curious. Say again?
Accounting notes.
Accounting notes. Also available for usage is doctor's orders, dietary plan, and of course the wonderful favorite one of what I'm going to do with my life. Because we all know nobody wants to open that Pandora box.
Also true. Also confirms that it's something true.
Yes, it does. Now, an OT3 is when you have a three-character partner. Also known as a three-way. What was that?
Love triangle.
Love triangle.
Everything.
Threesomes. Now, sometimes these can go a little bit cuckoo because you could have two and one likes to watch. But it's still a threesome.
I thought this was 13 and above.
It is. I'm not going to the bad stuff, believe me.
Damn.
Oh, this could be an 18 and above panel, but it's not, so it's a 13 and above. But anyway, so of course an OT3 is a ship with 3 characters. Has anybody ever seen the YouTube video Star Wars from someone who doesn't know what it is? Oh, if you do, you know what I mean. I always picture that when you talk about characters, how you have the Millennium Falcon going on the little heads of the characters. You have to watch it, it's freaking hilarious. It's this girl who doesn't know anything about Star Wars because she's never seen it. So she tries to piece together the original 3 trilogy movie. And it is just stinking hilarious.
There's like explaining Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I think it's the same people.
Harry Potter. The Harry Potter one's pretty funny.
They are hilarious. Come on in, there's plenty of room. We don't bite unless you want us to. Hello. I hope so.
Can't see. I couldn't see them.
Thank you for stopping. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So long, farewell, a shark. I'm a shark.
I'm a shark.
Don't say it now.
Me.
Say it. Soundtrack of the aficionados.
You don't know what Jaws is.
What was that?
You suck.
Gee, thanks. Some people just mean. Okay, so a shark is a person who is against a ship. And they're the kind of people that are gonna like give you every excuse as to why these 2 people should not be together. He's too old for him. He's too young for him. He's got the wrong color hair, really. I don't think he should be together because one of his eyes is green and the other one is purple. And I don't think it looks right because when they kiss, their noses bump. Oh, I've heard some stuff in my time. He's too short. He's too tall. He wears high heels. I like a man in high heels. I'm sorry. They can walk better than I can.
Girl.
Okay, so then that gives us to shipping wars, which of course is disagreements between...
Italia.
Oh, don't get me started.
Oh, Italia. So bad in Italia.
Yeah, unfortunately, I liked Italia until I met the fandom.
Yeah, they're crazy.
I hate to say it now,
They're
if you are
all
like
crazy.
fans of Italia, more power to you. It is an adorably cute show.
It is.
However, when you sell Doshin at conventions and you have the screaming 14-year-olds running around, it gets a little tiresome. No offense.
Real quick.
No offense to anybody.
Real quick.
I love you all.
It really does get annoying.
So, and of course,
It does.
unfortunately, having disagreements in fandom has actually led to people breaking relationships in real life.
It's retarded.
Breaking friendships. I can't be your friend anymore because you don't ship my parents.
I basically.
Really? Okay, so that means if someone doesn't like the car I drive, we can't be friends. I don't drive either of those, so there you go. Thank you, I appreciate that. You know, I mean, sometimes it gets a little stupidly out of hand. It's like people remember these are fictional characters, most of them. So don't let your fandom disagreements take away your friendships, because guess what? Down the road you'll forget you like them as a fandom and you'll miss your friends. Now, our favorite new term, anchoring. Anyone here who is a fanfic writer knows the term of Mary Sue.
Yeah.
My name is Rainbow Sunshine Cloud Cover Blooming Flower Boo Boo, and I'm going to marry the main character. No. We do not do Mary Sue's, neither do we do anchoring. Now, of course, anchoring is a term for fans who ship themselves with their favorite characters.
That's weird.
Say again?
Self-insert!
Self-insert, exactly.
I thought it was character.
I don't want you to repeat
Some of them are
that.
Some of them are disturbing.
I have good hearing, but are not for an old lady.
It's Zelda.
Oh my. Oh my. Anyway, so yeah, so we try not to go near those, you know. I mean, sometimes it's like, as much as I love writing, I also love reading. And every now and then you see these stories on AO3 or fanfiction or Tumblr or whatever, and you just know it is an insert. And and it's like you try to give them a chance, and the third paragraph you're like, no, I can't do this.
I don't care.
You're like, no, I'm done.
Understand. I'd get a fangirl thing.
Now, EWE.
No, you do this.
EWE is more of a fan fiction tag. It also goes along with PWP. EWE is epilogue? What epilogue? And that means somebody who just doesn't want to admit the series is over. Or a ship is over. Or
I'm having deja vu. You mean plot? No plot? Plot? What plot?
Exactly.
What plot?
So usually you don't see this very often, which is why I kind of thought whether or not I would put this actually in. But it is a term in the shipping world, so I figured why not include it.
Harry Potter.
Yes, my dear.
Particularly in Harry Potter.
Oh, very much. Very much so in Harry Potter. Yes, that is.
Just recently Naruto.
So many voices at once. Yes, my dear.
Naruto's gone that route too.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. Anybody else?
I don't pay attention.
If they just said Naruto, exactly. All right, so naming of the ships.
Occasionally, but I'm not all into it.
Okay, checking my time, checking my time. Because I'm awesome. Ship names are usually formed by taking parts of the names of the characters and creating a new name. Now, we all know they do this in real life. Brangelina.
What? That doesn't work.
It doesn't. For some reason, when you do it in anime characters, it kind of does work.
Yes, because everyone has unusual names.
Say again?
Because everyone has unusual names. It works.
Yes, they do. Now, when it comes to the order of the naming, that usually will tell you who is the top and who is the bottom. Not always, though. Who did the wolf whistle back there? Whoa! Hubba, hubba. So, of course, you know, some of the ones that I'm more familiar with, of course, I'm an Attack on Titan fan. I'll admit it. Riren is, of course, Levi top, Aaron bottom. Iriri, other way around. Then you have all the other ones, and I can't even think of half of them. Yeah. But of course, depending on the number of people in that particular relationship will be depending on the name. Now, these can get really, really odd. Yeah, we won't go there.
Groovy.
Yes, my dear.
I got an old school one for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Gundam Wing.
Yep.
Yeah, because I'm wearing them on my back. Actually, their eyeballs are sticking out on my back. It's that picture where like half their face. So, yes.
Kenkichi.
Yes. Exactly.
Castillo. Pepperoni.
That counts, right? Mm-hmm.
That might work.
Gamtao.
Gamtao, right?
Hard
So-
hitting.
John Locke.
So many.
Groovia!
I know a weird one in the homesick fandom, cotton candy.
Of course, everyone knows.
No.
Everybody knows Winvi, right?
Yep.
You know what Winvi is?
No.
What's Winvi? Windex and Levi. There you go. All right.
How do you do
Mr. Gene Levi.
Very carefully. Okay, now shipping around the world, depending on where you are in the world or what culture you happen to be in, it's not always shipping. It basically is, but it has different names. You have pairing, which is the same thing. Now, love teams I've never heard of before. But you think that would be an interesting Olympic sport? I'm Mary Lou Wren reporting on the latest round of love teams. If there's any kids in the room, please send them out. And of course, coupling.
Yes.
Coupling is, of course, basically, you know, what's going on? Okay, now this next one is kind of a guilty pleasure, and if you're not an AOT fan, then I'm sorry. If you are, then you'll enjoy this. Top ships of SNK.
And maybe.
I guess you like that. And I just realized the next slide I cannot show you. My friend put a bad picture in there.
Whoa!
Surprise!
I'm going to kill her. No, it's really a bad picture. I cannot put this up on the screen because this is not an 18 and over panel.
Oh man.
Oh, you young kids, close your eyes.
All right, so just to give you an an idea, you've got Levi and Aaron, Erwin and Levi, Aaron and Armin, Gina, Armin, Rainer, Bertolt, John, Marco. Marco! Everybody cry for Marco!
I don't cry for Marco.
And technically it's not a YowieCon anymore, it was when I first did this, but you know, Aaron and Mikasa, Mikasa and Annie, so many more. And I just love the picture in the bottom corner of Aaron and Levi's girls because that's just funny. Alright,
Then Levi's great.
this next slide I cannot show. Everybody close your eyes.
Nope.
And I managed to get it switched while the camera was off. Okay, now, this particular video that I'm about to show you guys won the award for Best Comedy at YowieCon. It is an AMV called Ship Happens.
I love that video.
It is by VivixFX. And used with permission, I actually contacted her on Facebook and asked if I could use this video, and she was ecstatically happy to say yes. So, if you have seen it, enjoy it again. If you have not seen it, enjoy. Hopefully they'll actually come through. That came up a little bit early, so let's go back a slide. So funny, it's never done that before. Wow. My computer has never done that before.
I couldn't wait any longer. It had to be
That was comedy gold.
backslide.
There we go.
I've got this feeling at like 3 a.m. while watching Netflix. I drew some porny fan art and I wrote some sweaty fanfic. Can't help it, I just think that they would make such a good pair. Let's start a shipping or don't care if I can hit the brakes. This is my OTP. I'll go down with this ship. They keep on saying let's start a shipping war. Don't care if I get hate. Don't like my pairings. Well, then you can breaks. This is my OTP. I'll go down with it.
For the last frame. This is actually from a short doshin called Welcome to the Summer Corpse. And yeah, it's hilarious. So if you have a chance, I know it's on Tumblr, if you have a chance to look it up, it is just darn funny. They're all wearing samba outfits and dancing. So, while I've got you guys still here, there's something that I wish to do. That kind of thing, because once again, this is not a panel we can do that at. So, let me see if I can get this thing to work, because I want to take a picture of all of you. Let me take a selfie. All right, now, everyone needs to lean, because I've got the center and no...
Wait, do you have a chair? Hi. Hi. Oh.
Are you guys ready? Yeah! 1, 2, 3.
I ship it.
Hey, don't go anywhere.
Stop.
Okay.
Hammer time.
My volunteers, victims, volunteers, please come back up at the end. Everybody else, thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys have a great time.